Hey guys, what's up? My name is Martin, and today we're gonna be playing World of Warcraft. Yay! We're gonna be playing vanilla World of Warcraft Classic, which is basically a version of World of Warcraft from like 14 years ago. It's the first version that people wanted to play it, so Blizzard put it out. You probably already know that it was a huge success. So yeah, we're just gonna be playing that, talking, just doing random stuff, or rather doing quests, which is not actually random because we're gonna be following this guide. It's called Alley Route, and it's a pretty good guide. It basically tells you what to do and where to go. So like right now we're doing this quest, so we gotta go right here. Another add-on I'm using, Questy, I think, which basically shows you what you would see in retail, where to do all the quests. Now you might say, well, Martin, doesn't that kind of, it's a wild feather for another quest, doesn't that kind of ruin vanilla, ruin classic, when you know where everything is? A little bit, but I'd say not really, because you still have, all the other elements of vanilla. You just kind of have it a bit easier and a bit faster. And the alley route thing actually has more use than just telling you exactly what to do. It also sort of optimizes the experience. Because, hold on, I'll pick it up in a minute, but in Classic you have a lot of quests that take you all over the place. Like this quest. Really cool quest, right? You pick it up in Stormwind from a dwarf in a pub. He's like, hey, I heard about this temple and in the Swamp of Sorrows, and I didn't see it. Could you try and find it for me? And you're like, alright. And you go into the Swamp of Sorrows, that's the objective, and you go into the Swamp of Sorrows and you swim in the middle of the lake where the sunken temple is, which is a dungeon. And you just swim in the lake, objective complete. Alright. You go back to him in Stormwind. Right, he tells you, oh, that's cool. I didn't know that it was like sunken in the water. Maybe the Griffin Rider that I was with would help out. He was from Airy Peak. That's where I got the Griffin, because the Wildhammer Dwarves, they have Griffins. It's from Airy Peak. So you go to Airy Peak, you speak to the people there. They're like, oh yeah, that's this Griffin Rider. Yeah, he's kind of a drunk, and he left. But you can find him here. Right? And then this is where we are now. We just found him. Right? And then we're going to talk to him. And he's going to tell us... I'm mimicking him. I'm not actually hicking up. I'm a looking... let's do a... How would a dwarf talk? Alright. I'm looking right at you, but you keep hopping up and down, making me dizzy. Ho ho. Whoa, did you feel that? Ground is a shaking, my friend. I need a drink. Right, so you complete the quest. Right. So that crazy fool Brohan sent ya. My, we had quite an adventure. If you want me to tell you what happened down in the swamp, I'm gonna need me something stiff to drink. It wasn't a pretty scene, you see. Tell you what, bring me what I need to whip up a Kalimdor cocktail, and I'll tell you about it, lassie. Gonna need some rock gizzards from Tanaris, and let's see, some Gruddock and Iron Furlers from Feralus. A nice stiff Kalimdor cocktail. That'll get me talking. Yeah, he wants you to... See, this is what I'm talking about. These guys in the hinterlands, he wants you to go and bring him 3 rock gizzards, 3 god rock arrows, and 300 hurlers. To go to Maris Ferellis, right? And if I hadn't been following this guide, it would be like, what, you know, I'd be traveling all over the place. It would take way too long. Like this, I can still do all of these quests, but I basically do them much more efficiently and faster. So it makes it a lot easier to do this. By the way, we're level 46. I don't know if I mentioned that. You can see on the top, I'm level 46. I'm a warlock. As you can see, I have a drain tanking. Oh wow. Okay, this is cool. It's high elves. It's vanilla high elves before blood elves were put into the game. Look at that. Ay, that does not look fun. Holy. Yeah, that's not a good graphics. That's not a good graphics at all. Alright, well. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. We're a gnome warlock. With a drain tanking build, which basically just means you go into full concentration to reduce your pushback and increase your drain life, and then just sort of, you know, the regular affliction talents and dark pact. And what that means is you can sort of do a lot of stuff with that, because see, this is how you play it, right? You target up lifetime to get mana back, and then you drain, and then by draining life, you're not spending a whole lot of mana and you're healing. And so as you can see, and then you wand for a bit to get some of your mana regeneration. And then now I spent some life there, but as you can see, my mana is pretty much full. Right, you send in your guy. Here I'm not gonna life down, I'm gonna just dark back to get a little bit of mana back. And then you can see you can drain life, drain again, and you see I shouldn't have drained life there because I had full HP. But you see I have some mana, but I can dark back a couple times, and I can actually I could life tap here as well. So I'm gonna do before engaging next time.
Never felt so good.
And then this. Again, you drain life. So basically, it's called drain tanking because you're tanking the enemies. Let's see. Again, some dark back to get your mana back, and that's basically how you do it, right? You kind of juggle mana with health. Like, see, I got full health now. Just tap, drain life, get some health back, tap again, drain life. You see, I've got a pretty good amount of mana and health now, which, you know, it allows you to basically not spend that much, because when you spend your mana, you can get it back by sacrificing your health, and then when you need health, you drain life, which costs you mana, and it drains life, and it does damage, and then you can wand, which, you know, after 5 seconds of not casting spells, your natural mana regen will kick in. So, like, see here, I'm basically full mana, and a little bit of I took a little bit of damage, so I have some damage there. Right, do that. Get that guy. Tap. That was not necessary. I sometimes kind of just do it automatically. But as you can see, now I'm gonna drain him, and now I'm just wander up and see. I'm almost full on both. So, I mean, these guys are a bit lower level. They're 43, I'm 46. So it is a bit easier to kill them than if they were my level, like 46. But yeah, as you can see, now I'm a bit lower mana. I can just dive back, get some mana back from my demon, and I'm gonna have to check cages anyway for our quest to get white bark, which is a griffin, out of a cage for the people of Eric Peak, because he's in it, unfortunately. And see, this is where the questy comes in, because I can't check where the cages are. I'm not sure if they're all here or in different places, but I'll have to do some of the other quests, because yeah, it's not great at showing you that. But what I want to do is, this is another quest I have. This is actually not part of the add-on, sorry, not part of Alley Route, but I'm doing a Sweet Amber quest chain, which is like sort of like a hidden quest that you get in Westfall, which is one of the like early zones that you go to for humans. And there's sort of like a hidden type quest. It's a little bit out of the way, so it's a little hidden. And there's basically a dwarf that wants you to make some beer, or not make beer, but to get ingredients for him so he can make beer. And yeah, you just have to get proper ingredients. The reason I was doing it is I'm gonna go to all of these zones anyway, because again, it takes you to 3 zones. Well, first it takes you to Stranglethorn, which is a zone that's all the way south. It's the southmost zone of what's it, the Eastern Kingdom? See, like, now we're fighting more level appropriate mobs, and you can see that I'm actually losing some health and stuff, so yeah, you're not invincible. But anyway, first you have to go to Stranglethorn, but that objective is actually kind of cool, because you can do it ahead of time. There's like this spring, which if you click it, you get the quest item. And so the first quest you can have done ahead of time. You can do that ahead of time. I'm just gonna get it done.
Let's stay recharging. Never felt so good.
We wouldn't have to immolate here. Immolate is not strong. Yeah, so that's kind of cool, because you can get a quest item that you get, and you don't have to have the quest to get the quest item. Can she shoot me from behind the tree? I want to get her away, because I don't want to walk in there, because there's a bunch of them. Oh, she has a minion. That's good. We can just banish that. See? Boom. Banish.
Let's get this party started.
Uh-oh. We're taking a lot of damage here. Oh, the Fell Hunter. Hate our mana.
My mana is low.
Yeah, see, that's what the Fell Hunters can do.
I'm out of
They,
range.
eat your mana. And then you're out of mana. See? Yeah. Yeah, they are tough to deal with. Nice, a troll necklace. Anyway. Yeah, we're gonna have to drink. Hold on, I bought new drinks and new food. I only have a stack each, because you don't have to drink as much and eat. And what you could also do is just tap, and you wouldn't have to drink at all. You just eat, which I might do later. But anyway, I feel like might as well just get both. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing right now is the beer quest, because there's a sack of barley, I think it is here, that you can get. It should be on the floor over there where the mobs are. Never mind. Actually, Cursive Tongues this guy. So you're gonna make his casting longer. So he's gonna do less damage to us. Spend more time. See, what's your mana? I didn't even see. He's eating your mana. He's a bit of an asshole. See? It just goes away. All of it. Yeah. Okay, but that's it. That's
Let's get this party started.
the last guy. So you can try to kill him. And we should be done. With these guys, the reason we're killing these is one, we're getting the necklaces for a different quest, but we're also the reason we're here killing them is for the sack of barley, which is this sack of rye. That is. Now, I'm not sure whether you need to have the quest to collect these, but I think so. And there's no chest. Yeah, some people said there's a chest inside here. Fortunately, it hasn't spawned for us, so yeah, there's nothing else here to collect. Yeah, because I was kind of hoping maybe you could collect all the stuff before you have the quests, but no, apparently you can't really collect these if you don't have the quest. So the there's like a rarity in that regard. It's a quest item you can pick up even without the quest. Damn, man. I leveled the warrior. I have a level 47 warrior. Worst decision. It's just not fun to level a warrior. I need to find the cages, man. Oh, there's a cage. Yeah, I want to find the cages so that I can, sorry. Free Whitebeak or whatever his name is. Yeah, you got these griffins just kind of chilling. That's a troll's web necklace. Bogin's Lich. Um, yeah. The cool thing about Airy Peak and the Dwarves, uh-oh. Get 'em.
Never.
The cool thing about Airy Peak and the Dwarves is they actually tell you like, oh, we're not part of the Alliance. Horrible. Yeah, they actually tell you like, yeah, we're not with them, we're not with the Alliance, so don't think that we're gonna be nice to you just because you're Alliance. But they are actually, I think, part of the Alliance. When you look at the reputation. Oh, they're not. They're oh, they're other. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And you start off as neutral with them, which is also kind of interesting.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Let's see you. Just kind of tap, life drain, and that's your main, basically rotation. But yeah, the cool thing about vanilla is it has all these quests that send you like to different continents, different locations, which is fun. Like it is cool. It does feel epic and sort of big, you know, to do all that. But the problem with that is it's super long and time consuming. It's not that much fun just walking around, right? So this guide kind of makes it a bit more fun to me because it's not just walking around, it's more actual like gameplay, like killing people and getting new quests and all that, and you can actually do the quests together. You don't have to like go to one zone, do one quest, then go back and do the second quest. You know. Hold on, is that complete or? Let me see. Connive the hinterlands. Yeah, complete. Okay. I don't think we found the griffin though. Maybe it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you found them, but you don't actually find them. But in lore, you found them. I don't know. Nowadays, the quests are a lot more cool. They're a lot more scripted, and you get events that happen, and you can read that. Here, you know, it's mostly just within the quest text, and not much actually happens, you know, in game. But that's okay though. Like it's fine. The thing about retail, why people like vanilla, is it's they basically made everything more convenient and easier to do, which in the end just kind of makes the game a bit boring, honestly, because you can just like, you know, you just fly around everywhere and you don't have almost any traveling, like, you know, and on the other hand, like I said, oh, it sucks because you go from one zone to another without any quests. Yeah, but in retail you get like 10 quests in like one zone, right? And you do them and you're like, you out leveled, you know, you get like, you level super fast, and it's a different game. Like it's a good game still. I mean, I haven't played the newest expansion, but I'm sure it's cool. It seems pretty fun, and like something I might want to play. So if you guys want to see that, let me know, because we could do that. We could definitely get something together. I'm looking for these wildkin feathers. We could definitely put something together where we play retail, we play Shadowlands. Like, that's possible. I'd have to buy it, but for you guys, you know, let's get it. The next video I'm gonna make is gonna be Valheim. I wanna try that out. I haven't played it yet. I don't wanna play it with you. with you people.
Let's have some fun.
So that's gonna be next video, but we could down the road do some retail. I have a bunch of characters there as well, so we, you know, that's a possibility if that's something you guys would be into. But right now I'm just kind of playing this. Yeah, it is more fun. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm having more fun playing this than retail, cause yeah, I don't know. Retail, as I said, it's not simpler, is it? It's kind of more complicated, but it's less of an RPG. It doesnn't feel as much like an RPG. It feels more like, I don't know, like a mobile game or something. Again, I gotta play the newest expansion. I'm sure I would change my mind if I played the actual newest expansion, because it's got some pretty cool features. Like Torghast seems really cool, but it's just kind of simple, fun, you know, just RPG. You know, traveling around. It makes your character feel special. That's what everybody says, but it's true. Makes you feel epic, you know, like all these things like going around the place. It makes the world feel interconnected, right? When it's not just, because in retail, all the quests you do, you just do them within that zone, right? Which is, you know, for most quests it's cool, but it's nice to also have quests that take you all around the place, because it kind of makes sense that, like, the actual people in Azeroth. Oh, they dispelled me. Oh man. Okay, see, now we're out of mana, so let's drink. It makes it feel bigger is one thing, but it makes it feel more epic and more, I don't know, real, if you could call it that. You know, like it's a real world where people are like, okay, bring me this from, because like why would they, you know, if you think of it, why would they give you a quest to bring them something that they can just get themselves that's right around the corner? No, like they tell you like, okay, go get me this. It's like across the world. You have to sail by boat, and you know, I don't have time for that. Just go get me it yourself. Which makes a lot more sense. And from a gameplay, that's the thing, right? Because from a gameplay point of view, it's not very fun to just travel. Just traveling isn't the most fun and engaging gameplay. But from an RPG, an RP point of view, it's cool to do that, to travel like that. And to read the quest text and be like, oh wow, I have to go all the way over here, that's really cool. And so that's what kind of makes it special, is that you have to do all this traveling, and it's not gonna
Never felt so good.
you know, I mean, obviously people are interested, because like Classic is kind of a hit. A ton of people play it. I remember during the launch, like you couldn't tag a mob. There was so many people playing it. It was insane. It's super popular. Super popular. If you see a feather on the ground, let me know. Hold on, there's an owl beast. They sometimes drop them behind them when they walk. They actually drop the feathers, which is kind of cool. But no, it doesn't seem that this one dropped any feathers. Okay, no feathers. They don't drop them when you kill them, I don't think.
Let's get this party started.
Yeah, like this guy, he's like, you know, he's like, oh, owl beasts are really cool. They're Balloon's favorite, you know, creatures or whatever. But we don't have any of them here in Telegraph, because he lives here, right? And he's like a scholar who lives here in Return Village. So of course, for him, going all the way over here would be pretty dangerous, and sorry, he can't really do that. So he asks you to do it, to get him some feathers. That makes sense. That makes sense, right? Or like these troll necklaces that I'm collecting. That's, you know, the hairy peak people, the dwarves, sent me to collect these to prove to them that I'm a friend to them and that I'm useful, right? Which also kind of makes sense. Because the trolls are their enemies and they wanna kill them. And, you know, they want me to show them that I am actually useful to them. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm playing a PvE realm. As you guys can see, it's the troll. So normally if you were on a PvP server, we would like be able to fight. But I didn't want to do that because right now actually it's probably better on my PvE server. Or realm, because everybody's level 16, so it's just getting angry constantly, and that's not fun. Well, as a warlock, you are pretty consistent and pretty good in PvP. But at first, I was actually leveling a warrior, and a warrior is horrible in PvP, right? You just get killed. So, yeah, I think we're gonna cut it here, because I'm just gonna finish up these quests, and then we're gonna do probably in the next episode. Hold on, who's what? Doesn't make any sense. What this means is the hunter tagged him, so he'll get the XP for it. That's weird. Anyway, yeah, I think we're gonna basically end this episode here, because this part of just doing the quests isn't as much fun to watch. I mean, again, it's not bad to do, like the gameplay is okay, but it's just sort of the overall experience. That's the reason why you play. It's not the moment-to-moment gameplay, if that makes sense. Because it's like an old school RPG, and that's how old school RPGs used to kind of work, right? Is the moment-to-moment gameplay isn't really as interesting as like the overall experience, which, whereas I think Shadowlands and horror games in general are sort of the other way around, where it's the gameplay in the moment is fun, and the whole experience kind of suffers for it because they focus more on, they said, the moment to moment. Which, you know, it makes sense, right? Because if you only have like an hour a day, or even less than that, like an hour a week, right? Or 1 to 2 hours a week to play. Playing classic is almost useless.
Let's get this party
well, not
started.
useless, but like it's gonna take you a long time to reach max level and do something interesting. Whereas in retail, you know, even if you have like an hour or two, you know, probably spending a challenge, you're gonna see more content and do more interesting stuff than you would in all of classic, because it's just, you know, there's a lot packed in there. So yeah, if you guys want to see that, if you guys want to see retail, you know, Shadowlands gameplay, then let me know. But yeah, I have to say goodbye now. I'm gonna finish up these quests, and then the next video we're gonna do is probably gonna be handing in the quests, getting the next ones, and seeing if the story progresses at all, or what's going on. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.